Welcome back to Cryptos in 10, where we're going through the market in 10 minutes or less to see where we are with what direction and different ones of the different currencies, different cryptos. So here I'm at the tradingview.com and have my charts open to Bitcoin. I put a video back on September 29th. Is the bottom end. That was right after the last FOMC market. That's the Federal Reserve, which is not the Federal Reserve, just called that by name. So here we have where I put my arrow in, and so far we've still been going up. We looked at the RSI on the 4 hour, and we see this trend line right here with the RSI. We see the price moving down, but the RSI is continually moving up. So as it goes on, we'll see whether or not that was the bottom. Was the bottom right there at 18,524 on the 7th of September. We'll see. We see some down market down with the Dow down here. Today's 5th. And if we scroll down here, Dow down 294 points. At 30,000 is going to be a big psychological mark, so we click on that and just pull that up. See, we bounced right here at 28.7. We got the January 2021 low, February 2020 high. So we're right around that line. We got the 21 daily moving average, so we're watching that. All right. I'm going to go over a little bit some charts, and by now, watching some of my videos, I left my career in the HVAC industry after 17 years to trade cryptocurrencies and to see what we can do with that. 2018, I started little by little, and I didn't know anything really about dollar cost averaging. I just added where I could. Whether it was the income tax come in, we took some of that. We took some bonuses and things like that. We just threw some money little bit by little bit and traded it. This is not trading advice. This is just what I did and what I currently still do. It's a very simple strategy, and I just kind of update it, try to update it at night, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock when the markets close. We're getting ready to go to daylight savings time again, so we're gonna fall back the clocks again here this Saturday, and so it'll be back down to 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. So let's look at the Dow. We see the Dow down. We see it come back up. Has a little bounce there. I believe we're gonna see that come back down here. So let's go to Digibyte. So Digibyte right here. What I did was we got dollar cost averaging. Got these little tools now. You can come over here to dollar cost averaging DCA crypto calculator. You can put any date, any finish date, as long as it coincides with the Digibyte. Like Digibyte, you can go all the way back to 2014 if you wanted to. This 3/28/2020 is the low of the COVID 2020. All right, that was the low of Digibyte. The low of the market, really. So here we have a cost lump sum of $1,009. And what I did was just basically, if you took $1,000 and you just let it ride, you would have gotten to a high of $35,000 in 2021. But if you would have just kept it going and adding to it every week, because it's $7.65 you see there, you today would have on 10/1 a lump sum Digibyte value of $22.51. All right, so you made about 200% on your $1,000 investment. Okay, now what I did was my wonderful wife came up with a chart here, so I'm just going to kind of throw that up here. And what it does is it starts by putting in certain calculations that she has hidden in here. But basically you can put whatever available dollar you want here. You could put a big money value of 20,000 if you want. Okay, hit the enter button, and then it will 20,000 right here, and it automatically calculates. So you could have taken 20,000 by doing this simple trading strategy. And again, it's just a strategy. This is just an idea for you to look at, research, and then today you would have, say, 73,000 if you invested 20,000. I wanted to be more realistic because that's where I started at, was realistic. I didn't start with big amounts or anything like that. I started with 500 here and $25 in 1 week, whatever. It was sporadic. So this is not something that I literally did, but it's something I'm following more now that I've left my career. But you could take $1,000 on 328.20, and if you were to trade it, and we'll kind of go through this this over here. So like basically, according to the strategy, every night when I come in here and look at the market, so on the 17th of August, we see here, down here on the 240, which is actually the 4 hour, we see that 4 hour closed below the 30 on the RSI. All right. And then there is where I would have take and sold 100% of my trading value. I don't ever trade the whole thing. I got it broke up into long-term and short-term. So that way long-term capital gains and short-term capital gains stay separate too. So basically I would have sold 100% of my trading bag right there and just kept it just lower, just watch every night, or you can set up alerts, and we kind of go through that in another video. All right, now right here, if you look down here, right here on the 10th of September, you broke and closed on the 1 day RSI above the 50. You would have bought right back in. Okay, buy 100%, and then you just every night you're just going to come in here for it takes like a half hour. You're going to look at the different currencies that you have. All right, then here we close below the 1 day 50 right here. If you look right here, see that 50 line I put in there, so that's 45.70. You would have sold your trading bag, and then last night you would have got, now you're at the 48, so you would not have bought in right there. Okay, now you could have bought in if that's what you decided to do, but according to this trading strategy that I do, I just wait and wait till it closes above the 21-day moving average, which is that little blue line right here. So I have that last night, but then I didn't have my RSI above the 50, which means you could have downward pressure still, and it could be a fake out. Okay, and we'll see tonight if that happens, because you're right now currently at 12:06 p.m. on the 5th, and it looks like you're still below the 50, so you wouldn't have been bought in. All right, well, basically over here what we have is, we can come to right here, so August 12th, all right, just to show you on this chart. All right, there's a date, 11/17/2217. So you would have sold, let's say right here at 0.539, and you would have bought at 0.026. So you 50% right there. All right, so you just keep following it right here. So 817, you see right here is where I have that sell 100, and then 911 right there is where you have a buy. So that's just an example. We could zoom out here and go to here, then come over here and see that that's 2022 in April. So it's going to be right around here, 4.6. You sold at 0.028. So 4.6 right there. Okay. Now the reason we sold was because our ISI on the 240 is below the 30. So we're going to sell right there because that's downward pressure. That's a massive downward pressure on the market. All right, we're closing below the 30, or it's bullish when you're like up here at the 70 mark. Okay, but once again, you're not above below the 21 day, but you are below on your selling pressure. So there's a part of the trading strategy that I would have sold. All right, so we're going to sell right there, 4.6. You would have sold at 0.0280 according to this, And then, June 25th, you would come way over here. And June 25th, you broke above the 1-day RSI at 50 right here. If you look right here, okay, you broke above it and you closed above it. You would have bought in right there, 0.01130. I mean, that's more than 50%. Okay, and so the thing about it is this is not going to be a get rich quick. This is going to be a persistence. You're going to have discipline, and as I always say, just plan the trade and then trade the plan. Plan the trade the plan, take your emotion out of it, and let's see what happens. All right, we'll see you on the next one. We'll try an update on the market tonight at 8 o'clock. Let's see after this down day so far on the stock market. It did go up yesterday. Let's see what happens. All right, great. See you later.